about that. I am back, I am ready, and I guess we're going to start waiting again for the new race to start. I think I'm having some technical difficulties here, being with potential internet issues, and yeah. So we are currently in a lobby because the whole game crashed a minute ago for everyone. I'm going to take it as people, as whoever is the lobby or someone is restarting the grid, as we're starting to see drivers readying up. Solex, who is the team guy, is readied up, so we are going to start racing. We're going to jump back into the race. It's going to be a complete restart of the race, and we should see some more exciting racing this time around. As yeah, exciting stuff for today's race. So I don't quite know what happens, whether it's a full restart or whether they do a whether it's they just don't do a warm-up lap, or whether it's a full restart and you do a warm-up lap and everything else. As yeah. And we are back going to the grid. And this hopefully we'll be able to see the whole race this time and not have any issues at all. But who knows? Who knows with countryside Wi-Fi? You get all sorts of drama and mayhem. But yeah, qualifying seemed to work, so hopefully we're going to see a race that will work. But just again, quickly, so there will be a formation lap according to Lucky. Thank you very much for that information. And whilst we're waiting for all this to load up again, I will just run through the grid for you. So in 18th we have Gunners, in 17th we have Johnson, 16th we have Kimmy, 15th we have Gamerman, in 14th we have Goomba, in 13th we have Danberg, 12th we have Johnny Sherbet, Solex is in 11th, Raffles in 10th, 9th is Allow Your Face, 8th is Nutmeg, 7th is Robert, 6th is Cypher Josh, 5th is Canarito, 4th is Phil, Robbie is in 3rd, Cardinals in 2nd, and Lord Bumbledore is on pole position. It's going to be very exciting. I have already done this whole thing again, but I cannot wait for this race to start. I will always remind you, the drivers now are just going to be applying their setups onto their car that they would have had. And yeah, cannot wait for this race to get away. I don't know. Can someone tell me in the comments whether they get their 5 minutes again to apply setups, or whether it will just be when they're ready, they're ready. Exciting stuff today, guys. It's going to be a good race. Action-packed, lots of close-knit racing. But yeah. No 5 minutes, just go, go, go. So they'll just be applying their setups, and we should see someone pressing OK, readying to go for their race, to start their formation lap yet again. But yes. Guys, I know I've said it a million times tonight, but I will say it again. If you guys are enjoying my stream, SF1 stream, any of the racing you see, or anything like that, please come watch tomorrow for GP2. Come watch on Sunday for GP1, and Yeah, so Solex is readied up, so he's the lobby master, he's the lobby owner, so you'll start to see other people starting now. Countdown has started, we've got 30 seconds, 20 seconds possibly, till the formation lap will resume. And we've just got a few drivers to wait time are done. And let's go out, their formation lap, onto the start of the formation lap. Practicing their starts, you're going to see drivers practice. Everybody has now done that. And they're away on this incredibly long straight. It's a different thing to what people normally see. Let's just have a look, see what Dumbledore does. These drivers now will be working the brakes, trying to generate as much heat as they can. Or, if they're starting to generate to optimum temperature. It's not you can get it to the optimum, but you'll just be working the brakes. Now slowed down, and then he should plant the throttle in any minute. A little bit of wheel spin, there we go. No wheel spin, but just getting some heat into those brake tyres. It's a racing lot. So we are going to see some race, and they're just leading into the complex now. Probably done all of their warming up. Last little bit of spare heat of those tyres, ready for them to start their race, so they can down the pit lane, pit straight. Drivers forming up. Have we got any better view? No, we are going to be going with the leader's view here. So last driver jumped into his slot. Set. And are we going to see some light? So we have got 1 light, 2, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Racing, guys. And away we go for a very interesting start. It looks like Lord Bumbledore has got a good start, but also they're going down the straight. Can't quite see what's happening here. They're going into the first, jumping up to the left. That has gone to the first. Solex is. Who else? No. Was missing. So I think there was just a lot of debris at the first corner, but we're back as Dumbledore just having the inside of Canarito, making it work. He's probably just a bit as Nutmeg has made it up to 5th. Have a look and go through here. So already we have a penalty, and with a penalty. So who's pitting? Have got Bumbledore in the pits. We have Solex as my was decided it doesn't quite work properly. It's shown that Gamerman is currently in the pits when quite clearly not. Got Cardinal leading with Phil right up his arm, and probably going to bring a lot of pressure onto the back, trying to force the mistake. And on here, Nutmeg, Ito here fighting it out hard. Takes a tiny mistake down, just drop ever so slightly. And closest battle on track we have your Robbie, Cypher Josh, which has done very well there at the start, to be for quite a few positions. Now we have at the position changes, the winners and losers the first couple of laps. So the biggest winner is actually Kimmy, who's jumped up 6 places, and the biggest is quite a big, but it's Lord dropping down in positions. That is not start of a race, as we have got to be looking up the inside. Cypher Josh, Cypher thinks about defense, and your Robbie just in obviously wasn't quite there for him today. That he will apply the pressure, continue the battle. And guys, if there's any comments that you want to say, I'm more than happy to put you guys out. Talk. If I miss out on anything, please let me. They can read what they are having. Their bumper, they long straight, so is not that slip. He's not get the slipstream, but Is Canarito going to make a pass here down the inside? DRS is open, but he's not quite got the leg to get past Nutmeg into the first corner. Don't quite know what Nutmeg had there to fast down the straight. As we have Phil less than 4 tenths within each other, as Lord Bumblebee sets the fast car of a 118 dead. Still close at the 4 tenths, as we're still seeing just applying pressure here, and makes a tiny mistake, but it's a fudge. They are doing a very good job just breaking away the pack ever so slightly and giving themselves a little bit of room. And, on the back of SF1 Kimi, going to be seeing anything coming up here. They are on tyre strategies, so receives himself a 3-second penalty. And I haven't seen many penalties yet. Safety car that I said, but we did get a virtual safety car. Now have Danberg open rest, pulling out on the slip, looks past Kimi, and we're going to see the move stick from Danberg to get up to 9th place. As whilst all that was happening, Allow you actually pitted for possibly a coming out the pits, but I think it might have been for a new front wing. Might have been a little there. So Canarito and Nutmeg still bumper to bumper. Nothing losing up on the front. They're not really losing on the two. But these two are just eyeballingly close. Canarito pulls out the slipstream, not quite close. They almost make contact they come into the complex. I don't think put a needle those two cars as they reach there. Incredibly close, but are we going to get past him? Although he looks like Nutmeg has got it again. The Danberg slipstream opens up, RS opens up, and are we going to see a move? He cannot get onto the back of him into that corner. Lap after lap, seeing Nutmeg being able to hold him off in that straight line. Must have some very angles, obviously. But again, his slipstream wide open. Into the back of him, but cannot do anything else other than that. As this race here, because we are just not seeing anything change here. It's lap after lap. So we are on 6 of this race so far. In this tough battle here between Canarito and Nutmeg. We're suffering a huge amount on those tyres there for Canarito, being so close to him for so long. Be interesting as he gets so close to that almost slipstream, the slipstream and the DRS, but just never can make it stick. We're going to come again to the last corner, coming through the last corner. We're going to see Canarito make a move this time, or is Nutmeg going to do the same thing he's done the previous laps and just keep him out of reach? As we're seeing him closing. Still not close enough. He pulls out to have a look, but I don't. Oh, he's going for it. He's gone for it. They just about managed to respect each other's distances. No contact made. Lovely racing there as they come out of the first chicane and back on the power. Canarito DRS wide open again, but just not quite close enough to have at Nutmeg there. As gains himself a 3-second penalty there. Yeah, Canarito and Nutmeg are having the battle of their life, and it's just allowing Robert just to close the gap and come onto the back of them as well. So it's now turned into a 3-way battle for 5th place. And what an excellent battle it's been so far, guys. Lovely, clean, enjoying watching this every second of it. But we're seeing Canarito again, same thing as last lap, up his arse. Makes a tiny mistake there and gives Nutmeg a little bit of breathing room. And this lap they've actually closed up to Cypher Josh. So Nutmeg now will have the DRS. And I'm expecting now to see Nutmeg actually pull away from Canarito in this straight line because of the amount of straight line speed he's had over the past couple of laps. But brilliant start of the race. It's top effort. This is the closest battle we are going to stay with them. As we have just, Robert must have made, dropped by this lap on the two in front. But kept just up his arse, a needle in a haystack, as they might say. I think I've probably got that wrong. But we'll go with that, as Nutmeg just manages to get himself a 3-second penalty. Did see that corner cut there. Very unfortunate there for him. But as you can imagine, he's thinking a lot of pressure. As Canarito looks up the inside, they are side by side. Nutmeg stays around the outside. He should have the inside for this corner. He does. Has he overcooked the brakes? Yes, he has. Is he good? No, he doesn't. There's contact as he makes a huge error. Oh my God. As Canarito goes up off there and has dropped to 6th place, which is now Robert tucked to get behind him. Are we going to see closing onto him? Yes, we are. Are we going to see closing onto Canarito? Yes. Back to the same thing. Positions reversed as Nutmeg just outbreaks himself ever so slightly there. But we're going to see him on the power down here. DRS back open again. Brilliant battle that was. It was the drivers going ever so slightly too deep. But yeah. So the battle at the front up ever so slightly. As did I just see back markers. We are reaching our first set of back markers. Hopefully they will be showing and we'll get out quickly. As we are not seeing this case of blue shown, and but we will see him move out the way there for 2nd place. But it has just ruined the gap of 1.4 seconds to Cardinal, as it's now under 4th and is now back into his slipstream, back into DRS activation zone. His DRS should be wide open, but it's not. But Cardinal seems to have it. Maybe there's 2 separate activation points. But the gap just opened up ever so slightly to them, so probably just them trying to yeah, it's probably just them trying to ease the gap ever so slightly, to give him breathing room, allow those tyres to not overheat, not use too much. But he is still in that DRS zone. Are we going to see anything here from Fid making a move or anything like that? Meanwhile, have we seen pit stops? Yes, we have. Nutmeg has made a stop for some fresh, medium, soft tyres. So he's going to be going on to the 2 stop. But Phil Cardinal still saying that, as we see Cypher Josh in the pits. And are we going to see, there is a huge squabble here on as Canarito and Nutmeg are back open to themselves. I've opened the gap back up again. As we see Cypher Josh also now coming out as Nutmeg does make a move. 1 and 2 people, Lord Bumbledore and Cypher Josh, into the first corner, threading the needle through the gaps, and it was almost like watching NASCAR there under the brakes. And we're going to come down into the second section. He is all over the back of Goomba on those hard tyres. They are 10 laps old. He's this him very quickly. He's not wasting any time. He's not wasting any aggression, as there is contact and a safety car. Safety car is out as Nutmeg makes contact with Goomba, causing an incident which has caused the safety car, and a Cardinal could not time that any better there. And Cardinal Phil, they were perfectly timed on track there to grab the pits just as safety car comes out. So your Robbie's also in the pits, Robert's in the pits, Danberg comes into the pits, everybody will be going into the pits, but very unfortunate mistake there from Nutmeg there to cause a little bit of contact. As back out the pits in first place, so he does not lose any from there. Yes, as Lucky 13 says, beauty move there by Nutmeg. And yes, you did. You had to open that mouth. That was a... I'm going to say sting. And... well, it's a two-stop race, Lucky. So, drivers, soft, medium, or soft, medium, soft, or soft, hard, or whatever you want to do. So it'll be interesting to see what the other drivers will do. I believe this is a high deg circuit. And as we have a look, everybody should have pitted, yes. And also Kenarito, Nutmeg, Solex, and Gunners have also made 2 stops, I believe. Yes, they have, as Gunners is in the pits right now. So, rundown of penalties. Penalties are all indication to see what is happening so far. So we have Phil in second place on 6 seconds of penalties. We have Kimmy on 3, Lord Bumbledore on 3, Kenarito on 3, Allow Your Face on 3, Nutmeg on 9, Solex on 6, and Gamerman on 11 seconds. That's an interesting number. We must have had a penalty for contact or ignoring view flags or something as well. But yeah, as Lucky 13 just says, I would have left softs to the last stint. Well, yeah, it's driver's choice really. Sometimes you see them doing the opening, getting the soft tyres out the way, then going on to those mediums and the rest of the race, and just putting your head down. Think about it, he's on a different strategy. Hopefully get an open circuit in front of him as everybody else is battling away. We are on the 3rd lap behind safety car. Will be interesting to see if the safety car comes in this lap or whether it's going to stay out for another. We'll keep an eye on that. Tyres, as we've been talking about here with Lucky 13, Cardinal is on soft tyres. Then everybody else down to 6 on the mediums. And then Johnny Sher, highest position guy, on the hard tyres. Kimmy is on medium tyres. Bumbledore is on soft tyres. Raffles, Canarito on... Allow Your Face and Nutmeg both on soft, on mediums. Solex on mediums. Gamerman on hards. And Gunners on soft tyres. And Lucky 13, as he said, just said, hopefully he's on the... I cannot comment because I play a fair race, but you can say what as a Renault boss. But as a commentator, fair. As the safety car has not obviously in this lap, otherwise they would have a bit more. So they'll probably do one more lap behind the safety car and then hopefully start the race. But guys, if you are enjoying my stream, if you're enjoying Simulation Formula 1, if you're enjoying GP3, please come back, watch more of this. It's every Thursday. The stream will start around 8:45 every Thursday, and excitement from there. No end of excitement. We also have GP2 on Friday and GP1 on a Sunday. Looking forward to hearing. Looking forward to seeing the other 2 races this weekend, as always, as thrilling. Yeah. So, we are behind the safety car at the moment. We are seeing... nothing interesting really to say at the moment. We've gone through penalties. We've gone through the penalties. We've gone on. Who has gained? Now that everyone's done a pit stop or 2, here's been the biggest gainers and losers. So, with the biggest gainer, it's still SF1 Kimmy, and there's also Danberg on 7 places gained, but SF1 Kimmy is on 8. As you also see, Lord Bumbledore, he has climbed back up the order a bit, as safety car is in this lap, so we will watch on those first laps, as we will now see Cardinal go Doesn't quite make the break he needed to there, but he's oh, he's got Phil right up his arse. Are we going to see a move for the first place? Phil pulls out. No defending from there from Cardinal as we see them go into the first corner. Phil in the lead. Phil alongside. They make contact, a little bit of contact. They keep it side by side. No addition as Phil goes round the outside into the lead of the race. Gets ever so slightly sideways. But we have got Phil in the lead of the race. Cardinal then looking back up the inside. No, he's not. He's still there. Just looking. Phil makes an outstanding on the outside turn to take the lead of the race. He needs to pull these out the bag week after week. Outstanding moves, and yeah, can't deal with it. As we see Cardinal now just struggling to keep on the back of him. Don't know what's happened here because he's on the soft tyres. He should be moving a little bit faster, should be a little bit closer. Applying the pressure. What you need, you good restart. You need to manage to try and get yourself a gap. It was not a gap. Cut this track here, just a gap. Because that pit straight is so long. So we have started lap 16 of the race. We are just under halfway through, and we've just had our first safety car of the. We've got Gunners in 17th, Gamerman in 16th. Solex, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go back to this battle for second place as Cardinal then for first place. Cardinal's looking side of Phil again, and just ever so slightly gets it wrong. But Phil's use of this lead, he is pushing it hard. He's actually pulling Cardinal tyres, but they're just, well, in some ways actually such as closing in on Cardinal on the soft tyres as well. I don't think he's quite as settled at the moment. Not sure, as we'll go back and have what's happening here as we see Raffle in a heated battle here, making a move on Kimi as Joe's cut off. No condo. Just slightly aggressive defending there from SF1 as we are coming out of the last corner down the straight. So I think DRS has been activated this lap, but they won't have it for this straight as Raffle's already pulled out, already alongside, and he's probably going to have the move completed before they get back to the corner, which he has, and he should be able to make it back to the racing line, but he doesn't this time around. But yeah, very exciting stuff as SF1 Kimi there just gets himself another penalty as Allow Your Face and Johnny Sherbert are close together on track, just a place as Johnny Sherbert obviously makes a mistake. Allow Your Face just thinks better of going down the inside into the corner, but he's then looking again, missing that apex ever so slightly, which brings Allow Your Face onto the back of it. But yeah, but Johnny Sherbert on these hard tyres, the highest driver on the hard tyres at the moment. He might be set of tyres, but he's holding up Allow Your Face at the moment, who's just looking after corners, just keeping his eyes open and pulling out and trying to put him off. As Johnny Sherbert just makes a tiny little mistake there, bring Allow Your Face back in, closing down straight. Have they got DRS? Yes, he has. Closing. You should see him closing a bit more than this, but it doesn't seem to be happening for him as he still just has a quick thinks better of it. Good thinking there, you were it off. But yeah, as I've actually missed the change for a lead. I'm so sorry, guys. Phil and Cardinal have swapped places, as I kind of thought they would, and have pulled a 3.8 second lead over third place. But we should now see just Cardinal pull away, and for the next few laps, and then we'll see it all settle down again. We'll see it liven back up again as those soft tyres start to get out of their power band. As I'm going to have a look at Danberg, who's right behind Hyper Josh, so Lord Bumbledore and Robert. It goes Mercedes, Williams, brilliant. Not quite normal cars on the track if it was real life battling it out, but who knows? We might have a new George Russell here. As Lord Bumbledore is just right behind Robert, as we see him pull out already before he even gets near the brakes. should have that move completed before they get to the brakes, which he does. Pulls back to line and gets through there, lovely. As Cypher Josh and Danberg have also swapped those positions as well. So we should now battle here for... So Lord Bumbledore has actually already closed that gap to Cypher Josh, and as he's on the soft tyres, you kind of expect he would, but we'll hopefully see him. Come on, Luke, good words, English, language, let's talk. Hopefully we'll see him move up the position, which he already does, whilst I was trying to think I completely forgot to talk. I missed out on a take by Lord Bumbledore. My apologies there, guys. As we are lap number 20, Lord Bumbledore passed Cypher Josh. So in the past lap, both Williams have jumped up a few positions there. Danberg to 4th, and Lord we are seeing Cypher Josh, who's still relatively close, with Robert close behind him as well. Behind Lord Bumbledore. Starting to like eke out ever so slightly. We have Canarito and SF1 Kimi battling it out here for 12th place. And is that contact made as Canarito is looking around the outside? There's a little bit more contact made between him and Kimi, but that should be that move done, and he should move on to the next one as Gumba now is up behind Kimi. Kimi went from starting the safety car in 8th place and just slowly starts to fall away ever so slightly as but having a look as Kimi has now got his DRS for the straight to Canarito. We'll see Gumston 4 tenths even, sorry, behind straight. We'll have DRS open. We will have DRS open now as they're coming too far away to make a move this lap. As we are also seeing Danberg and Bumbledore have swapped places. They are on different. Lord Bumbledore and Danberg's on the mediums. Might have been a choice to let each other go and battle their own races. But yeah, race so far, guys. Danberg is just going through the high speed left, right. Going from the high speed to the slow speed, as we've now seen Johnny Sherbert. Big battles, as actually, I do forget, Gumba and Kimi are less than 3 tenths. Let's see if Gumba is able to make a move this time into the first corner. As we've seen Johnny Sherbert there, just gets another 3-second penalty. And Raffle pits. What's he pitting for? Is he going for tyres or wing? Doesn't matter because we've got this huge battle here with Gumba and Kimi, who, again, Kimi's just Gumba's slightly too far behind, but he still managed to pull out that slipstream and make the pass stick. Yes, he does. He makes that pass stick for 12th place. Interesting stuff here. Guys, if you have any comments to say about this race, please let me know in the comment section, as we are seeing Allow Your Face and Johnny Sherbert battling out. Allow Your Face having a look. Thinks better of it. I think they've been positioned for a fair while now, with them just battling with Allow Your Face on those soft tyres and Johnny Sherbert on the hards. Obviously working those tyres the soft tyres. I don't quite know what the distance is for the tyres, but if someone in the comments would like to let me know, please do. But we're seeing Allow Your Face. He should, I say he should, but we've just seen Lord Bumbledore, who's doing so well, get a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits, and just like that, press pause. But we're seeing Allow Your Face closing onto the back of Sherbert. Not quite. Both got DRS open, so but he's still looking for the move, thinks better of it. It's not quite what he needs to do. Doesn't really make contact with anyone at this point in the race. As we're seeing a back marker get in the way there of Robert, and it's brought these three close together. Is it going to be... What's going to happen here is Allow Your Face pull overtake on Johnny Sherbert here. Has he made it stick? Yes, he has. He's made that there. Very nicely done by Allow Your Face. But he's just brought... It's literally just brought Robert right to him. And he's ready to attack the next car any second now. Ugh. As again, it's all you get in the middle of the race here. You get not much action that happens. Normally comes back to you at the end of the race. As I did miss, there's a few people have just pitted for their second stop. So Cardinal's pitted for his second stop to go on stage mediums. That's him done. There'll be no more stops for him. Lord Bumbledore has had a stop there for mediums as Kimi accidentally just bounces into the wall there. Not quite what you wanted to do there. As he then makes contact with the wall again. Nutmeg has made a stop a few laps ago. As we have another safety car. Who have we had? DNF. We've had Gamerman, DNF. So safety car is out. Are we going to see people pitting for the final time? Or are we going to be interesting to see the penalties? So, Danberg just been given a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. That is so unfortunate. He's come up. How many places has he come up from the start? He's come up 10 places from the start of the race, and he's just received himself that drive-through penalty. That is not what you want. As Phil has 6 seconds in the lead of the race at the moment. Danberg has... Robbie has 3 seconds as they are all going to now start coming into the pits. Dan got 3 seconds. Cypher Josh has got 4 seconds. Robert's got 5 seconds. Allow Your Face has got... And not penalties there. 19 seconds of penalties. Got 3. Solex has got 9. Ken Rito's got 3. Lord Bumbledore has got 11. SF on Kimi has a drive-through penalty. Nutmeg has 15 seconds, and Gunners has 3. As Cardinal does actually take the lead cars, obviously he pulled himself a safe distance, although he is not on the favoured tyres right now. It's going to be a last dash for the end of the race, and he is on the slower medium tyres, whilst the majority of the drivers behind him are on those faster soft tyres. Kimi has left the session. I'm not sure whether he's having connection issues. He had been. As Raffle also pits. As yeah. So we have got Cardinal in the lead of this race, leading this race. He's led most of it. He did have a swap of position with a couple of laps, unfortunately, but he's controlled the race quite nicely from the front. We've got Phil in the second place. We have Your Robbie in third, Danberg in fourth, Josh in fifth, Lord Bumbledore in sixth, in seventh, Allow Your Face in eighth, Robert in Solex, Goomba in 12th, Raffle in 13th, Nutmeg in 14th, Kimi in 15th, and Gunners in with the only retiree of this race so far, which Gamerman. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, like, share, and come. It's a interesting feature. Most weeks I normally have Lucky 13 next to me, but unfortunately work commitments are telling him otherwise on a Thursday night. But enjoy you guys to come back and watch more. But yeah. Because there's not a lot of action that's happening. They're just all nice safe distance, or safe-ish distance from the drivers in front. making sure you're not making contact with me. Definitely getting ready. I've just seen Kimi. I think Kimi's left. He had left the session, but he's a fair away from the train of cars at the moment. And Gunners has been lapped. He's currently sat behind Phil, so he's put a gap with Robbie, which could make it quite interesting. It'll be interesting to see if he gets out of the way of drivers, or a obstacle for other drivers to get. As yeah, safety cars. Cardinals just backing them up now, and we're going to get ready to go as he was last time. As he's already gone, he's gone. Makes a good start, good getaway. Big gap. No, sorry, my apologies. I thought they had left a gap, but the safety car is. But yeah, sorry. I mean that the safety car was going in by the gap distance that was left there. Cypher Josh has just received himself another 5 seconds. So quickly, I'm just going to have a look to see who's got more penalties. George, 6 penalties, 6 seconds of penalties. Robbie on 3. Danberg still has that drive-through to take, unfortunately, but he'll take that after safety car. Cypher Josh, Lord Bump, Johnny Sherbert on 3. Your face on 12, 9. Big on 20 seconds. Kimi with a through, and Gunn and Twickens. So guys, we should, whether there is or not. Not sure what this was for. I actually left the session or retired, other than Gamer Man, and we have just been told that safety car is coming in this. So we're going to see Card looking up the grid ever so as Hunter's just looking to the inside. He might be telling people that he will be getting out quickly. I've seen Cardinal backing the grid up. He's going slowly. He's just going to wait to go. And has he gone? Gone. As your Robbie received the 5-second penalty for contact. I believe that time round Phil has made a better getaway. And there will not be... He has settled that position very nicely. Very good getaway there for Cardinal. He has a 6-second buffer to fill seconds of penalties at the moment, and Cardinal, you have your Robbie has swapped with Danberg there, who's gained up a position again, but he will get for his drive-through penalty. Cypher Josh's place, as now we have this Gamer Man who's being lapped by all these drivers who's trying hard to stay out of the way of everyone, but there's just a huge gaggle of cars now battling it over for 6th place. But yeah, we are watching this and watching Allow Your Face, Canarito battling it over. It's 8th place now because slowly starting to ease up. Taking a few laps before to make an overtake. It will be school manual overtake. As Allow Your Face pits, I'm not sure quite what he's pitted for, whether it's tyres or a wing. It's looking like it could possibly be a wing. My apologies. Let's go back and have a look to see the fight. Canarito is behind Solex still. Didn't quite close up. I guess they haven't got the gap. As I've just noticed again, Cardinal has lost position to Phil, and I'm guessing that will be from the tyres. And the most important position change, which is the lead for the race. My apologies, guys. Get too absorbed into other battles that are going on. As we're seeing Cypher Josh, your Robbie, and Johnny Sherbert all very close together. Close together. They're 7/10, 4/10 is quite a close gap. Still doing manual overtakes. There's nothing interesting. Nothing interesting. My apologies. There's no DRS or system with their overtakes, so it'll be manual overtakes. As Allow You Face seems to get himself another team, which things seem to go from better to worse. As we have got a flag which has disappeared again. As we are just seeing Well, the top two are thoroughly broken away from the rest of the pack, as it's a 5 second gap between third and first, and 3 seconds between second and third. But we have got Robert and Solex will to less than a couple of tenths away from each other, as they are battle very hard. All very interesting, close racing that goes on in GP3. Driving standards have really cleaned themselves up from the start of the season. I think I need to stop having this bet of how long it's going to take for a safety car, because it doesn't happen anymore. As we have got 6 laps of the race to go, as your Robbie receives himself another 3 seconds of penalties. We've just got this battle going on between. Well, it's more the interesting one, because they're not quite a gaggle, but they're a gaggle of cars. As DRS is open this lap, we should see some chopping and changing, hopefully, down this main straight, as this main straight is used as the key overtaking opportunity. But as I look ahead, as Cypher Josh just drew your Robbie into third place, and potentially he's just going to pull away and leave them for dust again, and try and the back of Cardinal in second place. But it's just a long stream of cover for I guess it's the third place, isn't it? Look at this, as it's changed here, close to cool there. Robbie thinks better of it and does not make the move, as Johnny Sherbert now is tucked up behind after that, as he's got a good run up the quick sweeping corners, looking to the outside of has he made it stick around the outside? What a move, as he's still side with your Robbie, and thinks better of it, pulls back in. Poor Robbie makes a mistake, as he's there now along, as Cypher Josh just does not, I don't know what happened there, but he did not get a good exit out the last corner, as your Robbie up to third, Johnny Sherbert up to fourth. Johnny Sherbert pulling out. Have a look up the inside of Cypher Josh. Are we going to see a move? No, he doesn't. He thinks better of it. Stays behind. Going into the second, third, back onto the straight line. We'll both have DRS again. Are we going to see? No. Johnny Sherbert just made a mistake coming out of that corner. What a beautiful sequence of overtakes going on there. Beautiful stuff. Seeing Kennerito having a look up the inside of so a bit of bumping and barging, wheels touching. But no pass made there for Kennerito, who's trying to make most out of this hectic situation that was happening here. So your Robbie back up to third place, making use of that and pulling a slight gap on the guys behind him, as we have Johnny Sherbert behind him there on the soft tyres. Then we have Cypher Josh on those medium tyres, as managed to pull himself out a 7-second lead to Cardinal. Wow, a 7-second lead. So he's broken his he's really put the hammer down and broken up that the gap of the 6-second lead that he needed. So he's now in the lead of the race, as we have your Robbie. My apologies. There is the ball settled down, as we're seeing Nutmeg now looking at Damberg on the outside. Are we going to see it stick? I'd like it to change view from this. Round the outside, still round the outside. Damberg makes and spins. There was not enough room there for 2 cars. Very unfortunate. We'll still go back to this battle, and there's still fighting charm as we've got on the track. With different strategies, but we'll be racing it hard with 3 laps to go in the race. Your Robbie seems to get himself another penalty there, as he puts him up to 14 seconds. That's not what you want. The field just seems to keep pushing and pushing and pushing up, as Lord Bumbledore seems to get himself another 3 seconds of these. as the gaps are not really changing here between the top, as they've settled out again for the last couple of laps. I was hoping it would get a bit more closer. We've got 2 laps to go. We have Johnny Sherbert. I've just realised that Johnny Sherbert sitting tenths behind your Robbie, so he's really piling on the pressure here to get past him. He doesn't get past, or maybe he does because of the penalties and the guys behind him. I don't know what his penalty status is like. It's not looking healthy either. Yeah, so Johnny Sherbert needs to get past your Robbie to try and put a gap, and so he doesn't lose too many positions in the near future. But Phil has just absolutely out the park and pulled a 10-second lead on place, say, as Nutmeg seems to get himself another 3 seconds of penalties. And we are going on to the penultimate lap of the race. It's already started, but onto the penultimate lap of these guys here, as we are seeing Kenarito in 8th place, who is sat 4 tenths behind. They're just not quite close enough because they're just seeing the DRS train, aren't they all? As yeah, it's just sitting in the DRS train. It's really changing. We've just got Johnny Sherbert and your Robbie, who again very close. It's not quite close enough, not quite how close you want it to be, but he's probably just setting himself up for this last lap, ready to maybe make a move into the first corner. As they are, to be fair, the battle for third place is starting to close into SF1, I don't know what's happening, but he's just dropping off ever so slightly too. Essentially, it's still a 2-second lap, but we'll see. As we are going on to the last, Phil starts the last lap of the race. I would love to sit lap, but we have got this huge battle going on behind us. Kenarito is 2 tenths behind Solex, but losing out ever so slightly. They will get into this DRS train. Has Kenarito got anything that we can pull on Solex into the first corner? It's a bit too far now, the gap's pulled out. Sherbert will go into the first corner. Slightly too far behind again to make anything of it. As yeah, it's an interesting last couple of laps, being very exciting. This gaggle of cars from 3rd place down to 8th place. Wow, I don't even know the words sometimes. It's chop and change, and close knit battling, as I'd like to say, with Johnny Sherbert piling on the to your Robbie. But and Cypher Josh seems to get himself another 3-second penalty on this last lap here, and come to Phil, who's just going to be coming out of the last corner, last corner to take the win. Outstanding last gap of the race, and Cardinal coming through the last corner to take 2nd place. Again, a very good drive from him there. He's held his position. Your Robbie in third as the penalty starts to kick. Robert finishes. Goomba jumps from 9th position up to 3rd with penalties. How about that? Goomba jumped from penalties. So you go from 9th, 4th Robert, 5th Cypher Josh, Kenarito in 6th. 7th is Johnny Sherbert, 8th is your Robbie, 9th is Solex, 10th is Damberg, 11th is Bumbledore, 11th is Lord Bumbledore, 12th is Nutmeg, 13th is Allow Your Face, 14th is 15th. I'm guessing will be Kimmy, although Gunners is just behind him there. But they're just coming through the last section of the lap, and will come across the line anytime now. Wow, and that's last car coming across the line, and that is the race complete. was very exciting. Can you invite Goomba and Phil for me? I don't know how to do it. So, a rundown of the results there, as we're just getting drivers into the lobby to do after race chat. So we have in 18th place, in 17th place we had Gamerman, 16th we had Gunners, 15th we had Kimmy, 14th we had Raffle, 13th we had Allow Your Face, 12th we had Nutmeg, 11th we had Lord Bumbledore, 10th we had Damberg, and 9th we had Solex. Robbie in 8th. 7th was Johnny Sherbert, 6th was Canarito, 5th was Cypher Josh, in 4th was Robert, in 3rd, from penalties, jumping up from 9th position to 3rd, we had Goomba, 2nd we had Cardinal, and in 1st we have Phil, as we're just having drivers jumping into the chat. Guys, once you join, please do not forget to add your microphones for me. But yeah, we're just waiting for the race winner to join. Lucky, did you send an invite for me? Lovely. Goomba has joined this chat. Yeah, I don't quite get how he's just a new level, really, wasn't he? But I'll wait to suck his ass when he gets into the chat, rather than right now. Well done, Goomba and Cardinal. That was a great race. I'm gonna start with 3rd place whilst we're waiting for Phil. So, Goomba.
Yes.
Did you think you were going to be in this lobby right now, on the last lap of the race?
No.
Did you know about how many penalties they had?
No, I had Marcus, obviously Dark Mark Senna, in the party with me, saying keeping me up on the penalties, and he said, at best, I will jump up to 7th. I think it was. He was saying. Wow. Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you come across the line and you jump up to 3rd place. To be fair, I'm pretty shocked that happened. It caught me off guard that it happened. But please tell me about your race, because it looked relatively quiet, to be fair, for you. There was a little bit of action in the middle of the race, but other than that, it seemed quite a quiet, steady race. You just held in the top 10 and didn't collect any penalties. Is that about right?
Yeah, it was just like, I'm usually quite just by myself, slow on Mexico. I've never been any good at it. But I think that was my first penalty-free Mexico Grand Prix, that.
Wow, I think you chose the right race to be penalty-free.
Yeah, I lost 5 laps. I managed to gain 2 warnings. Just because I was pushing so much.
Wow, and that's all you got, and that's all you need, really. And you managed to stay penalty-free and jump up to 3rd place. Yeah. Congratulations on your surprise finish.
Yeah, it was I think it's good... me as well. This is complete utter surprise. Yeah. When I went over the line, was thinking 6th, 7th, came up 3rd. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. It was a good surprise. Nice to see a Ferrari back in here. Yeah. It's been a few races since you guys have been in here, and I really hope yeah, finally some good points for you guys, and I really hope to see you back in this chat room next week as well. We're going to move up to 2nd place. So Cardinal, congratulations on your 2nd place.
Thank you.
It didn't quite go to plan. It looked like you had control, then all of a sudden you didn't. Would you like to tell me about that a bit?
Yeah, well, I was having a blast. First off, hats off to Phil. We had some great, clean racing. I mean, I think we exchanged the lead probably a dozen times, if not more.
At least, yeah.
Anyway, what happened to me is I clipped my wing on a back marker because I was just trying to keep that 6-second penalty gap, because he had a brilliant move, Phil, to backwards the strategy on me. So I knew right away that I was on the back foot at that point. I knew he had penalties, and it was just a matter of trying to maintain within that penalty space was all I was trying to do. But I came up on I believe it was a disconnected car, and it just really checked up through the double apex. I clipped my wing, so I had to finish the last 4 or 5 laps with half a wing, basically. So,
well,
I'm happy for the result, though.
That explains it a little bit. I must say, guys, I've been an awful commentator today, and I didn't actually catch many of your battles there. I was focused on the gaggle of cars between 3rd and 8th place.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you guys had a good battle.
We did.
Congratulations, Cardinal. That was
Thank you.
a decent drive. You held your position. Phil.
Hello.
It doesn't seem to change for you. You seem to stay winning. You seem to be the Perez, as Lucky said. You seem to be the Perez of SF1 GP3, and it's week after week. I just cannot praise your strategy enough. I mean, wow, well done you.
Thanks very much.
I am going to have to go back to the first corner of the first lap. That was a relatively aggressive move on your Robbie. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I think I was chatting to Bumbledore there, and he said something. He came back onto the track quite aggressively. I missed that whole part, but I was just committed to the inside, and I may have braked a little bit too late by mistake, and it kind of blocked him off a wee bit, but I sort of had the car in a position where he had to make the choice to crash or not, and he chose not to, thankfully, and kept good pace with Cardinal. We had a lot of DRS battles and some nice overtakes between each other. I couldn't keep up with him in the second stint when he had the soft tires on. I was on the medium. That's when I got my 2 penalties. I got them within the space of about 2.5 laps. And then when the safety car came out, it was just the right opportunity to go in on the softs, or take the softs and come out with about 8 laps to go. I had to get past him straight away because I knew if I got backed up in the last sector, the guys behind would catch and get DRS, and then it's a bit of a lottery. And I thought it would have been a good battle trying to push for the 6-second gap, but with the back marker there, I lost about a second behind him, and I thought that was it. I wouldn't be able to get that back. But then Cardinal had the issue of the double right-hander. And now I know he clipped his wing. I didn't see what happened really, but I just saw the gap created, and I was able to take it relatively easy on the softs because I had one more warning. I would have been up to 9 seconds, so that helped me. It would have been interesting to see the gap had he not knocked his wing off. It would have been a lot closer, and I might not have got the win. So I think I may have locked into this one slightly, but I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, well, it was just but those last. I didn't quite realise that Cardinal lost a bit of wing, but as that gap just slowly pulled out from 1 second to 2 seconds, and next thing I knew it was at 6 seconds, then it was 9 seconds. I was like, oh my god, he's done it again. He's managed to nail the setup, the strategy once again. The safety car just played into your hands today as well, didn't it? Both pit stops under safety car. What more did you really want? Were you talking with F1, telling them, please can you bring the safety car out now? I need a pit stop.
I wish it was that easy. I probably had a few laps left on the mediums because of the first safety car. I was gonna go a couple of laps longer. And see what I could do, but the safety car came out at the right time, and I was a bit disheartened when I saw the back of the Renault going past me down the straight, and I thought I'm going to have to do it all again. But then I realised the strategies were different, and I had a bit of an advantage over Cardinal with grip, as I seen what he did to me in the second stint, so I knew how fast I could push it and what gap I could create.
Yeah, brilliant, dude, brilliant.
Thanks, yeah, great race.
Thank you very much, mate. Congratulations again, Phil. I don't seem to talk to anyone else who wins a race other than either Phil or Cardinal at the moment. But congratulations, guys. Top 3.
Thanks.
Gumbo in 3rd, Cardinal in 2nd, and Phil in 1st. Brilliant racing tonight, yet again, from everybody. And we are back again tomorrow to watch GP2. And I look forward to seeing everybody back to watch that. And then GP1 on Sunday. And then we start the racing all over again next week at the next track. I'm not sure quite what it is, but I will be back on Thursday to commentate for GP3 with Lucky 13. I look forward to seeing you guys soon then.